in layman's terms, perhaps tell us what an addiction is?
Yeah, it's about how people reward themselves, and sometimes they don't have the natural braking ability to stop, perhaps when other people can stop.
So, how would someone know if their family member is an addict?
That's a very good question. I mean, a lot of the times, even the people that come to see me, that's the work that I do with the client. I don't wish to label anyone, and we're not asking families to label their loved ones either. However, if we're seeing that lives are careering out of control, and basically we look at every area of someone's life, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, all the different areas of an individual's life, and if that's getting out of control and there's either a substance or a behaviour that's being used to manage that level of out of control, but then what appears to be the solution is becoming a problem, that is when addiction is present. So in other words, I've got all these problems, or I've lost my job, I'm in debt, whatever, and I think the solution is drinking. And so therefore but then the drinking actually was what caused me to lose my job in the first place. So therefore the drinking obviously is having a huge impact on someone's life. And the same with substances, the same with processes. And when I say process, I mean, for instance, I work with sex addiction, gambling is a process, gaming. Some of my younger clients, are gaming sort of up to 12 hours a day. I mean, that to me is complete unmanageability. And they're using that process to manage their feelings, to manage themselves emotionally, mentally, to give themselves some meaning, some purpose. There's nothing wrong with gaming per se, but it's about the individual who's engaged in a process that's become maladaptive and taken over their lives.
Thank you. So you've mentioned maladaptive behaviours a couple of times. Could you tell us more about what maladaptive behaviours are?
What I'd say is they are coping mechanisms that a person has developed that no longer serve to help them. So for instance, someone who's developed a drinking problem, that may have just started out as sort of, I'd start to sort of de-stress at the end of my working day by having a drink. And that, for some people, that works. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think when it becomes maladaptive is when one becomes over-reliant. So the coping mechanism starts to, and as I said before, actually, what appeared to be the solution now becomes the problem. And then the drinking, rather than de-stressing, causes more stress in the person's life. And that's the same for any addiction. Very simple, really. It appears to be the solution, and then it becomes the problem.